Alright, so this is Be More, where we get the backstory, kind of BMO, which I never even thought of the backstory of BMO. Again, that's one of the cool things about this show, is like you just don't think about this stuff, and it's like, oh, added bonus, like, that's great. So we got, BMO accidentally deletes some files, which I very much relate to. I've done that way too often.
Including some vlogs.
Yes, including a vlog or two, so I very much relate to that. So she has to go to, what's the name of the place? The
Mo Factory.
The Mo Factory, yes.
In the Badlands.
Yes, in the Badlands, and to get herself fixed. So Finn and Jake take her, but they can't allow anything that's not a Mo, pretty much. Yeah. So they disguise themselves as Mo's. I just love that they're called Mo's. I just think that's great. And they sneak in, and these guards are chasing them and everything, and at the very end they come across what seems to be a human. At least he's wearing human skin. Yep. He clarified that. Who is Mo, and he's really, really old, and he's coughing and stuff, but he is technically like BMO's poop. Yeah. As he put it. not her grand poop, just poop. And shows all the robots that he's made. It's all her brothers and sisters, and they're like that tiny, and she says hi, and BMO has a family, and it's adorable. It's so cute. And yeah, it just kind of stops there.
I don't think they're all really tiny.
Was it just the angle they look tiny?
Yeah, I think that's more what it was. Yeah, because if you look when they're looking at the map, there's that huge tunnel, and they're like,
so
how deep does this go?
Okay, yeah, it was probably just an angle or something like that. Okay, but nevertheless, they're still so cute. And the one I like, there's one that say like Q-Mo and J-Mo. One was just like Heart Mo. I don't know why that made me laugh.
It was pink.
Yeah, and they had like very feminine legs and like high heels and stuff. So yeah, it was a fun episode. I think it started off a little slow. Like every once in a while when BMO would glitch like 8 times, I was sort of like, okay, let's get that going. But as soon as the other like security guards came in and they had that fun little chase and the turn left, turn right, turn corkscrew, or that was great. Actually reminded me a lot of Temple of Doom. The roller coaster thing. It's one of the few things I really enjoy in that movie.
That's the one main thing that always took me out of it.
What, in Temple of Doom, or
just Short Round?
So I hate Short Round.
No, just him being pulled between
because he's like
30 feet freaking long.
Suddenly he's like a rag doll.
Yeah, he's Stretch Armstrong. Sorry,
that always annoyed me too. But anyway, yeah. So a fun little chase, and we get to find out a little bit about her history, which is pretty cool. And it's just a BMO episode. I love BMO episodes. I think just freaking adorable. We were talking about if they made BMO cookies, we would totally buy them. I would eat them, she would not, because
you're too cute.
BMO's too cute. So I like that. I'm actually more fascinated on the human, Mo, the fact that there's just another human, and the fact that he has this worker that obviously treats him horribly. He always throws him to the ground.
I'm surprised. Treats him horribly.
He's not aware of it, but I mean, he's always slamming him to the ground, and this guy's got to be like a bajillion or something. I mean, you saw how old, and like you can see his bones and everything, and he's always being slammed. Yeah, he's always being slammed to the ground. So
it said that it was started over 1,000 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And again, it was kind of neat seeing a factory of where these machines were built, but again, it's all destroyed and everything. So, and then the other thing I'll bring up is I love when the security guards come, they blast them, they think they're gone, and then usually you cut to Finn and Jake trying to figure out another way or trying to figure out something, but you just kind of follow them for a while, and you don't know where Finn and Jake are, and you just see them like go at the vending machines, and vending machines clearly meant for humans, and yet they still try to eat and drink them, but they can't, so they just rub them against the screen.
I love the donut. He's just like rub.
That's probably one of my
Or the other guy who just like
the coffee. Yeah, I mean that was great because I was seeing the vending machine. I'm like, well, now how does this work? Is it like some sort of Mo food or something? No, they just splash it against themselves. So I thought that was very funny. It was a nice little detour as well, just keeping away from the heroes for this moment, just to hear about these security guards' normal lives. So no, I liked that. That was a lot of fun.
That was probably one of my favorite parts of the whole episode. Was
The
just watching them
security
and it's just such a simple word, but just the way they kept repeating it, it was kind of funny. It reminds me of myself. Sometimes I get like on a little kick and I'll like pick a word that's my new favorite word. And they were just like, there's a goof. Yeah, what a goof.
Yeah,
I love how goofs goof. And I was just like, it's a silly word. It's a simple word. But I'm like, okay, it's my new favorite word.
I use that word all the time. I love that word. I call my wife a goof all the time. I just love that word.
It's just the way they were having this conversation. I just loved it a lot. And yeah, it's got lots of cute. And I love
lots of cute.
Well, because the whole family, that whole thing when you look down.
We see them like doing the jump rope and stuff. It's like, oh
my
it's like,
God. And then
adorable.
The one that was watering their flowers on the balcony. Like, I was like, I want all of them. But I can't hug them.
There has to be toys on these things, or like pillows or something. I mean, it's like they're practically made for that.
Doug, get on
it.
Start sewing.
I will
Start
point
sewing.
until they start doing it.
Yeah, that's not good.
Unless it goes over 20, which I'll just give
Could
up.
be the new Pokemon type thing.
Maybe.
BMOs, collect all the BMOs.
Pokemon.
Collect all the Mo's.
Pokemo.
Pokemon?
Gotta get the Mo.
No.
Pokemo.
No. Please tell him no. That is
Bree's having a heart attack over there.
Stop laughing. It's not funny. Don't
It's a good
encourage
idea,
him.
Bree.
Don't encourage him, seriously.
What do you think, Jason, though?
I
Make
don't
it
know
stop.
at this point in time. I just love at the beginning, BMO getting high.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't know if it was getting high or watching porn. Maybe.
Wait,
I think it
was
was like
that?
getting drunk.
Well, think about
What?
it. He's dragging stuff, tossing it in his delete folder in his recycle bin, and he's like.
And he even almost passes out, and he's like falls over,
And
like he's drunk.
Well, I was gonna say, do we see what those files were? I saw something with Finn in there. Are they just not important files?
I don't
Yeah,
think it
that's
matters
it.
what the files were. I think it matters that he was getting some sort of
Like getting rid of
bizarre
brain cells
enjoyment.
or thing.
Yeah.
it was getting some
I didn't even
strange
think
enjoyment.
about that. It's
Yeah.
like I saw she was kind of having fun with it, but I never thought about what it was. I thought it was just like, oh, like cleaning up his fun. Tee hee hee.
Well,
Like,
like
it was
I
you
just
thought
got
something
rid
it
of the
like that.
BMO chop, which is terrible because the BMO chop's awesome. But like,
Clearly, she doesn't remember the BMO chop either.
No. But no, like, I love how he was getting drunk and wasted off of doing that. And then, of course, because he's taking it like chunks and deleting them, and he deletes his command, stuff, which is incredibly important. So therefore, he's like, crap. I loved that Finn is fat. And what I mean by that is, notice, Finn has always been kind of like straight. Once you lift up his shirt,
Yeah, that's right. He's got some love handles.
Belly,
I love that. And okay, he's not fat, but yeah, he definitely has love handles, like he's putting on a little bit of weight. And I think that's kind of neat that he's not just aging vocally or anything, he's actually physically
filling
changing.
out.
I think that's kind of cool.
And maybe it's not fat. Maybe he's just filling out.
Maybe they're muscle handles.
Well, I don't know about it.
I also love the stuff attached to Mo. He had the heart and
Yeah, that walked with
my
and
him.
then two of the
God.
little ones. Yeah, those were great. I thought that was cool. I loved I think it was Gmo. It's like I'm not able to answer that question. And wait a minute, you're not able to ask that question.
Oh, the
And
little
Jake's-
tram guy.
And
yeah.
Jake's like, what question? He's like, He's like, no, really, what question?
I'm serious.
Poor Jake. No, I thought it was fun, and I do agree. I think the guards doing their little discussion
were my favorites.
was great. Yeah, those goofs asking you how we're doing. What do you mean? How am I doing?
Goofs asking questions. Bah.
Well, and I like I said, it just so came out of nowhere. Like, they think they're gone. They have a little bit of a routine. Do we really vaporize them? Oh, turn around. Okay, whatever. And usually that's where it would end. And you see
Yeah.
Finn and Jake do something else or figure something out, but you just keep following them. That was a very nice kind of change of pace.
What I also liked, two things. One is when they're falling, and they're like, boom, snail, boom, there's BMO port, boom, another room, boom. I just thought that was great. BMO port.
Yeah, I feel like they
Yes.
actually go through the BMO
Yeah.
port, like, crap! They just keep
And
going.
of course, when Finn runs up and he starts taking BMO and jamming him against the wall.
Yeah.
He's like, where's the B port?
Yeah.
Where's the B port? That was funny.
Pretty funny.
So,
I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, no, definitely a fun episode.
And it makes me think back to the very first segue I ever did.
What was the first segue?
Be more.
You said be more, something. I said be more. BMO.
Oh yeah, and I was so confused, and now I'm even more confused.
Yeah.
Why isn't he called? Why isn't she called Amo?
Why isn't it called Amo?
Yeah, because if it's the first, maybe there is an Amo. We just haven't seen Amo yet.
No, there was a port for Amo.
Yeah.
But have we seen Amo in physical form yet?
Well, but BMO is so great. Why would you want?
No.
BMO?
I'm just curious. What was before BMO?
It doesn't matter because he made BMO to be more.
I know, but I'm just curious what the first one is.
Well, failure, obviously.
But wouldn't that be fascinating to see the failure?
Failure? Oh my god.
I mean, for the second one to suddenly be this great big success, it's like, what was the first one, even if it was a failure? I am intrigued. I would like to see Amo.
He's got too much time on his hands.
I'm talking about a kid's cartoon and making a vlog about it. Clearly, I got too much time on my hands.
I have a strange
Oh no,
feeling.
that's all okay. That's all acceptable.
But think about Amo.
Yes.
That's
That's where I draw the line.
got it.
I just have a feeling that somewhere in that tunnel of Moe's was probably Amo.
Maybe.
Oh gosh, we're gonna have
I want to see an
watch
episode with
that.
an Amo. Let's get an Amo going. Or if we saw Amo, fans, find that snippet of wherever he or she was showed and show it to me, because I want to see my Amo. I want to know what was first before BMO. I'm just the creative process fascinates me. Shut up, you goof.